Good morning, Steve Jolly with Benchmark Realty, and welcome to the Music City Show. We are so glad to have you here today, and we have an exciting show lined up for you. I want to give a special thank you to all my loyal viewers who tune in every Thursday morning, and this is the show for Thursday, August 13th, 2020. Welcome to the Music City Show. And last week I told you you would be in for a big surprise this week, and I'm glad you have tuned in. Because this surprise right now is only for you. I'll release it to some of my other folks in a couple of days, but I wanted to give my loyal viewers a chance to see this first. And what I'm talking about, what I'm going to show, what I'm going to launch today in beta form is a data dashboard for Nashville based on the real estate market. And I'm doing this for a lot of reasons. One, I think it's important that you, as people that are moving to Nashville or already live in Nashville, that you should have information at your fingertips about the market. You shouldn't have to always rely on your agent. It should be totally transparent, so you have all the information you need. So you don't have to rely on what I tell you. You can see the truth for yourself. And so what this data dashboard does, it's going to give you the same numbers I've been giving you every week, but it's going to be going back for a year's worth of data. You're going to be able to see the trend, and you're also going to be able to segment it down. So if you only want to look at a county's worth of data or a city's worth of data or a zip code worth of data, you can easily slice that out and take a look at it. So here is what that chart looks like. Here's what that data dashboard looks like in real life. So I'm going to share my screen with you and kind of show you what it looks like. So this is what the dashboard looks like. So you can see the Music City Show here up at the top. You have a sales number here with the sales chart. If you notice, if you hover over any of these dots, it'll tell you what week it was and what the sales number for that week is. The same thing goes for the new listings, for showings and pending sales. And then you can also go here and select by county or by city or by zip code and slice that data down. So you could look at one zip code, you could look at a combination of zip codes. And when you slice that down to exactly what you want to watch, it's going to update the days on the market for that area, the median sales price, the sales, and the new listings. Now, due to the quality of the data, when you slice it down, the showings and the pending sales are still going to be for the whole area, for all 8 counties. But we're working on that to get better data source so we can slice that down too. But for right now, when you slice it up, you'll see the sales, new listings, the median sales, and the days on market. Now, if you need the showings and pending sales for a particular area, in the meantime, just let me know and I'll get you that information for your area. So that's the big surprise. So how are you going to be able to get to this data dashboard? Well, if you go to musiccityshow.com, since it's in beta form, I haven't launched it. You have to kind of hunt for it, and we have to kind of know where it is, really. So if you go to musiccityshow.com, you scroll all the way to the bottom of the page, you'll see a picture of the dashboard. If you click on that picture of the dashboard, it'll take you to the dashboard. But you have to scroll all the way to the bottom. That's just the way it goes. But this is how you can get access to this data, and I'm very excited about sharing this with you, as if you can't already tell. And so I look forward to us using this going forward. So next up, let's take a look at the data for this week and what does it really mean to us. Right, so let's look at the sales. So what this chart shows is that you have sales over the course of a year. So back from August 12th all the way up through last Sunday. And so you can see the line in through here is a trend line. So you can see we have a slightly increasing sales. And one thing you probably noticed from when I've spoken to you before is that a lot of sales are entered in late. Probably 20% of the sales are entered in beyond 4 days after the sale was closed out. And so you'll see this number increase over the next couple of weeks. But right now we are at 774 sales. For this past week, I think it'll probably get up closer to about 1,000 sales for the week. So it's good. we're still strong. We're still kind of increasing. So, I've been saying for a couple weeks now, we're close to the plateau, but we haven't taken that downturn yet. So we'll keep an eye on it for you and let you know when that happens. Next up, listings. And this is what's really driving the market. New listings. Now, if you notice, the trend line on it's not as steep as the trend line for new sales. So we really need that to increase a little bit, because that's really the stopgap in the market. That's what's really holding everything up, is a lack of new listings. The demand's out there, and I'll show you that in a minute, but the supply is a little bit down. We are probably 15 to 20% down of where we really should be at this time of the year. And so if you're thinking about selling a home, if you're, even if it's now or if it's sometime over the next year, let's talk about it. You can give me a text or you can give me a call at 615-257-9996. I'll be glad to talk to you about what's the best thing for you to do in your particular situation. Now let's look at the demand. So you see the trend line on the showings is stronger. So we have 11,000 showings in the past week, which is really strong. Even last year in 2019, we didn't see showings this high. So the demand out there is strong for homes. And I'll even show you even more in the pending sales. So that's really demand that's been acted upon. So people have put homes under contract. That's what these pending sales are. So if you noticed, if you went back and looked at the showings, we had 11,000 showings in the week, and it resulted in 1,100 pendings. So it's looking like your home's going to have to get at least 10 showings by the time it goes under contract, which is pretty low. You look at the history of things, most people on average 15 to 20 showings probably it takes to sell a home. Right now it's down to 10. So that's just more proof of how strong the demand is out in the market and how it's continuing to increase. Pending sales and showings are still going up at a point in time where we should have already peaked for the year. So that's good news for demand. We just need new listings to keep this trend going, to keep this market going, and keep the economy going, because real estate is 20% of the GDP for the nation, and probably even more in Tennessee. So if you like that chart, you want to play with it, you want to watch a replay of this show, you want to watch some of my older shows, go to musiccityshow.com. All that information is there at your fingertips for your use, however you want to use it. And so next week, we are going to be starting a new series on the Music City Show. It's a series for buyers. And the first episode is, if you are moving to Nashville, then this is for you. So this is going to be a start of a series for buyers on the important things that they are worried about. And this one especially is for folks that aren't from Nashville, that are moving from Nashville. But even if you are from here, I guarantee that you'll get something out of it. And so I want to thank you, and I look forward to seeing you next week. But I also want to thank you for showing up this week, for being a loyal viewer of the Music City Show. We really appreciate that. If you have any questions, you have any concerns, give me a text, give me a call, 615-257-9996. Steve Jolly with Benchmark Realty saying peace and love, y'all. Have a good week.